Rachel.
This one, which is the one I missed.
Hi,
Oh,
Marilyn.
geez. Hello, Khenpo Samdup.
Hi, who's there?
We have Michelle.
Hi,
Hi, Michelle. Hi,
And
Mila.
Mila. Hello.
hi.
And Lorna's here. She just stepped out for a minute. So.
Okay, good.
That's wonderful.
Or maybe,
Okay, so
I don't know.
mm,
Maybe not. The BC provincial health officers said people should avoid group gatherings today. She started
oh
crying.
really?
Yeah, so she was crying because now there's community transmission happened in a senior citizen. So anyways.
In nursing homes or senior citizens where?
Oh, a nursing home.
Nursing
A
home.
nursing
So
home.
very vulnerable.
Yeah.
So who there lives in a nursing home? In your nobody. Do you work in a nursing home?
No. But the people that work there have been traveling around.
Yeah,
Anyways, I'm not too worried about it, but
I'm not about it either.
Yeah, we had a discussion about it and determined to just use common sense, you know.
Yeah.
So,
well, this is a small gathering. It's not like it's a big.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Of course, I'm perfectly safe in my living room.
That's what we figure we are here too.
Good point, Mary.
I'm not
Well,
worried.
that's what she said. She said people should not go to church. They should consider doing their meetings virtually.
Oh, wow.
Because they've been very low key.
How many cases have you had in Vancouver?
Did you
I think there's like 28 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
28.
Yeah, most of this is the first that have not been linked to travel. People from Iran and from China. That's where the first ones were.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's human to human too everywhere, but
Yeah.
it happens. It doesn't have, it has, I thought I saw it had a 38% attack rate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which
Why
means
Lorna is there?
30% more fatal than the H1N1 virus.
Oh,
30 times.
wow.
30 times more.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, but that's not terribly fatal either. It had, I think, a 2% fatality rate for coronavirus is what I saw. So I don't know.
when it hits a nursing home, the elderly can't resist.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, it's not a
No, I
surprise.
don't like to think about it. I am in the higher risk age group, even though I think they're old and I'm not.
Whenever I talk to my 90-year-old or 91-year-old mom, I tell her I'm 66. She says, you're young. Come on.
So you're 96 years. Compared to 96 years old, compared to 70 is young. 60 is really young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about somebody who was 71 and I thought, oh yeah, they're older. And then I thought, I'm 65.
They are older. Why, they were out of high school before you even started. You were older.
Yeah.
Funny.
Not that big a difference, but
Okay, so now almost we ready 5:30.
Yeah, I think we should go ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, so
I'll mute. Oh, I guess.
everyone knows what we're going to talk today.
Well, there's
Four
our
thoughts.
4 thoughts.
4 thoughts that turn the mind.
Okay.
Oh, wait, more people are coming.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
Marty. Hi.
Martha, artist.
Okay, go ahead, maybe.
Not that I want to Are we having a quiz today, Khenpo? Or I mean, maybe I should.
Oh,
bring
I forgot the quiz.
I should have let you forget the quiz.
Yeah, I didn't print out my notes I sent. Sheet notes.
Last week we thought
Okay.
some people stayed away, so they missed the quiz
Uh.
time.
Oh, I thought that was. I thought so too. Oh my God. Okay.
There's other sunshine ink here.
Yeah.
This one too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You can just sit down there.
Welcome,
Welcome.
welcome, welcome.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone ready?
Are you ready to start? Thank you so much for doing this teaching.
You're welcome. So
And everyone, please mute themselves, please.
Water. Can you? Yeah, what time did you get home?
I'm gonna mute myself too.
move yourself. So close eyes. So everyone do just mind generation yourself.
Some sun in you, get some
Mind generating. I chant short prayer. So during that time you do the mind generation. So prayer is refuge, mind, the bodhicitta prayer. Sanje jidan zoje jona la sanjo barde dane jazanje dage jinzo jibe zonam je dola benze sanje jabarayo sanje jidan zoje jona la sanjo barde dane jazanje Dage jinzo jibe sonam je dola benze sanje dobarai sanje jidan zoje jona ma sanjo barde dane jaze dage jibe sonam dola benze sanje dobarai The four thoughts that turn the mind. So teaching is four thoughts. Do you know four thoughts? First one is a precious human body. Second one is impermanent. Third one is the karma cause and the effect. Fourth one is the defect of samsara. So that is called the four thoughts meditation. I'm going to share with you a little bit each section. So using this one, okay? We follow this. So I cannot share with you everything. Just you have to read the whole thing. It's like your homework. So last week I shared the Four Noble Truths. Do you remember Four Noble Truths? Do you remember Four Noble Truths? Anyone? Hang up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6, 7. I can see 7 people. And some more still I cannot see many people. Okay, anyway, how many people don't know Four Noble Truths? So no one say no, don't know. Okay, everyone knows. That's great. And so now I don't have to go back to Four Noble Truths. Okay, so you all says you know. I trust you. Okay, I'm not going to take the quotes today. The reason is you all says you know the Four Noble Truths. So you all has confidence. That's why I'm not going to take tests, okay? I know Marilyn very happy. Not going to take tests. So next week, not sure. Could be take tests, okay? Careful. Yeah. So next week, even you say I know, but I'm not going to let it go away to only that reason, okay? Your hand. Rest the hand only not going to next week not going to go away. Even you rest hand, I'm going to ask you test, okay? Today you already said you get Great, or you already get.
We passed.
You passed, yes, you passed. Thank you. Today you all passed. Next week, not sure. Every week it's a different test, okay? Not the same all the time. Today is most easy to test, so you all passed. Your today test is you're confident. Everyone has a confident, so that's why you're passed. Okay, so now today is 4 thoughts that turn the mind, and there are times when many of us don't feel strongly motivated to do our Buddhist practice. So that's we know many people don't have motivation to practice Dharma. That's we all know because most samsaric beings no motivation to practice Dharma. Only very few. The reason is we don't know 4 thoughts meditation. That's problem. That's why no enough motivation. Okay, so that's the reason. And out of laziness and indifference, we procrastinate. Procrastinate. What is this?
Procrastinate.
Procrastinate. What
Put
means
things off.
We
procrastinate?
put it off. We
We kick it down the road.
yeah.
Okay. So that means like not doing just effort today, like put tomorrow, something like that. Yeah, so we don't not put effort right away, no action. They just say, okay, I'm going to do tomorrow, next time. So that's also we have these problems. Even we wanted to practice spiritual, the first most people no motivation to practice Dharma. The second, some people has motivation, but out of laziness and the difference or wanting to do next time. Always put tomorrow, next month, next year. So that's the problems. That's the reason we didn't get into the practice Dharma. So that is all is obstacles. So this is all the problems. Why this obstacle problems? Because the reason is we don't have enough practice 4 thought meditation. Who has practiced 4 thoughts meditation, then that person has motivation to practice Dharma and not lazy, and they have more effort. The effort also joyful effort, happy and want. So then they not put tomorrow, they put right now, to put effort right now. So that is this effort is come from the meditation, this 4 thoughts meditation. Our attachment to samsaric activities and to this life is strong. So that is all the human beings we can see. Just don't think about other like animals, only you think about our human beings. We all human beings have very strong attachment. This attachment is not for future life. The attachment is only for this life. Its attachment is for samsaric activities. And to this life is very strong. So that's the reason, and we find it difficult to seriously apply ourselves to Dharma practice. Very hard to apply to practice Dharma. See, that's the reason is we are strongly attached into these samsara activities. So this samsara activity is very useful or not. We have to think about. So it's temporarily okay, useful, right? It's think about when we die, future life, this samsara activity is not useful. If everything is become useless. So that is very clear. In this Dharma teaching, it's just all talk about the fact, reality. Dharma is talking about reality, not just making up something, you know. So we have to know that. And then especially in these four thoughts is we have to cultivate and meditate. Just listening one teaching is not really going to happen in whatever he says. And this listening teaching first, we of course listening, study, and then contemplate, meditate. Then our mind is turned into the spiritual. So become different. So right now our mind is attachment to samsara activities. It's very strong. So change to that spiritual path is very hard, not easy. So any Dharma activity practice, we have to free from attachment, free from samsara activity. So if we are strongly attached to samsara activity, whatever practice Dharma is not going to right direction. That practice Dharma is not going to much benefit. So that's the reason four thoughts meditation is always share the first. That's the reason they put the first. This four thoughts meditation is called basic preliminary practice. So basic means anyone who going to practice a Dharma, you're going to listen and teaching, you're going to practice Yidam deity, you're going to meditate, you're going to cultivate, anything you going to put in the Dharma activities have to practice first this four thoughts meditation. That's why it's preliminary practice. Let's go first this practice, then go into the practice. Dharma is more effective, more benefit. So that's the reason without the four thoughts meditation, actually practice Dharma, whatever we say is performed very high practice, but always is just goes into this life benefit. If you're thinking about in this life benefit, then that Dharma practice is not strong enough, not much benefit. So that's the reason four thoughts meditations always go first. Okay, so now in those situations, it is essential to constantly contemplate the four thoughts that turn the mind. We are so attached to samsara, we are really strongly attached to samsara. We enjoy the pleasures of samsara and mistakenly think that these temporary, limited pleasures are true happiness. This is a fact. All samsara, these beings, sentient beings. So this pleasure, samsara things is permanent happiness. So all sentient beings want happiness. No one wants suffering, but we chasing happiness is actually wrong direction, only looking for temporary way. We don't know how to get permanent happiness without this meditation. So without the four thoughts meditation, we don't know how to get permanent happiness. Even we want happiness, only we follow the temporary happiness. The temporary happiness is the last way I already talked. It's called change of suffering. Suffering of change. Yeah, so it's change, suffering of change. That's why. Not temporary. So now, see that these temporary limits pleasures are true happiness. We think that. But when we understand the real nature of samsara, we know that no true happiness is to be found there. So if you meditate this four thoughts meditation, then you know this samsara has no permanent happiness in there. So you can find then no actually in there is a rare happiness in the samsara. So samsaric these activities or it's like just temporary, it's become suffering of change. That's the reason there no any rare happiness in these samsara activities. So that's the reason in this whole world, people, the human beings, no one has a permanent happiness. When they're born to enter, die, always chasing happiness. So who get happiness, rare happiness? Actually, really, no one get rare happiness. Every day chasing happiness, but then just getting suffering, right? Chasing happiness, getting suffering. So that's the reason we have to meditate these four thoughts. Four thoughts meditation knows how to chasing happiness to get permanent happiness. So now, therefore, we apply ourselves single-pointedly to attain liberation. So we have to single-pointedly to attain a liberation. We have to apply that. The reason is liberation is permanent happiness. Samsara is suffering. So they have a two result when we talk about Four Noble Truth. So we want samsara result or we want to nirvana result. So everyone want nirvana result, liberation. The reason is because no one want suffering. So all the way chasing happiness is getting suffering is always we get result is samsara's result suffering. So now we have to get rid of that. So that's the reason in this way, the four thoughts that turn the mind become the foundation of the path to enlightenment. So four thoughts meditation is the, turn the mind. Our mind is turned into the spiritual path. So that is become the foundation of the path to enlightenment. Foundation is very important. If we're going to build a house, the foundation is most important. Not the first, second, and the third level. If foundation is not stable, then your house can be easily, collapsed. So that's the reason in this Western country right now, many Buddhist people don't have enough this four thoughts meditation. So that's the reason there goes in the practice Dharma and then they're going to give up. Why that does like that? Because the reason is they don't have enough practice four thoughts meditation. So then some people first have so much effort, something happening in their life, then they get so much effort, then they're after lost. Some takes like months, some takes years, then get lost effort. Some people have like something happening and then only thinking about the Dharma and then the life is not correct. Then they're only thinking about the Dharma and the life is become something, get some sort of like desires, then go back to desire again. So many people has their problems. The why that happening, the reason is because we don't have enough meditated this four thoughts meditation. Then sometimes people give up many things in this, many samsara activities that join into the spiritual, then that have put effort lots, but then they slowly lose again effort, and then they go back to again regular. Then more worse than just before again. You know, so many things like that happening in this world. You know, or even the practitioner, like who want to practice Dharma. Why that's kind of happening? The reason is this: that people are not really meditate this fundamental four thoughts meditation. If you have four thoughts meditation, then that person is never give up Dharma, never lost effort. It's they always have joyful effort. That then there's a samsara, whatever situation comes, they not lose the effort. The practice Dharma is never lost. You know, they can have this samsaric things, but practice Dharma, they never give up, they never lost. Some people, you know, come into the Dharma practice, then they put effort, they give up samsaric things, then they go back to samsaric things, they give up spiritual. Because they're going to two extremes. Maybe you also see like that. I see many people like that. So when they come to the spiritual, then they criticize or the, oh, you don't do meditate whole day. What happened? You know, you don't practice every day. Why? Like then they have put effort. That thing have to practice meditation was 24 hours something. You know, otherwise the like kind of thing is, oh, that no practice the Dharma, not so much put effort. Then the does like that, so put so much effort. Then after 1 month, 2 months after they give up whole thing, then go back to samsaric things and never go into the Dharma again. So like that, many people, you know, some people like, of course, like then samsaric things does, and then stuck there, and they go to two extremes. Just I share, you know, the reason is because they don't have enough meditate this four thoughts meditation. Four thoughts meditation, the teaching is not that hard, you know, very easy. But this practice is like practitioners put effort, practice, like apply every day meditation in the meditation. They have apply every day daily life practice this four thoughts meditation. So that's the reason it's most important. And used to the teachers, if no meditate four thoughts, they don't share the Dharma. They cannot go to actually retreat without four thoughts meditation. And in Tibetan tradition, some terms they require to do 100 days, 100 days meditate these four thoughts. So then you can go into the longer retreat practice. So also, when we share the Dharma teaching, always in the beginning, you know, teacher reminded these four thoughts. And cultivate sometimes letter B before teaching. Then, of course, you mostly attend, you already receive empowerment. Empowerment always required to teach four thoughts meditation. Never go directly to the giving empowerment. This first require is to share the teaching four thoughts, then let it be contemplate, and then go into the empowerment teaching meditation. So now here is the four thoughts that turn the mind become the foundation of the path to enlightenment. In order to practice the path, we must turn away from the attachment to this life. If we are strongly attached to in this life, then whatever we do, practice Dharma, is only thinking about benefit in this life. So that practice Dharma is actually based on the attachment. That's the reason not much benefit. So whatever we practice Dharma, we have to think about future life. And also not attached to future life, thinking about the liberation. So you think about, I wanted to reborn to the like good realm. When some people say, oh, I want to reborn future life, and then king and the queen, you know, like that kind, or something you have like, you see in this samsaric, some beings, your expectation like, oh, I want future life like this. So that's also actually attachment and desire. That's also incorrect thought. So whatever we see, that some people looks perfectly, but they also actually not free from suffering. They have more suffering than actually regular, you know, normal people. Means just like who has higher possessions, they have a more difficult life. See, people who has they own the you know billions like dollars and the business, they have more harder life than us, because they every day no time to do anything. Like even they don't have much time to eat. They don't have much time to be with the family. They don't have time to be hang out, just joy, because it's only thinking about that business. Yeah, dealing with the people. So all your mind is desire, grasping. And so due to that, then when they die, actually directly going to reborn to the hungry ghost, because it's so strong desire. That perceptions become future lives. They go directly to the hungry ghost. So that's kind of, you know, in this world we see, oh, they're so great, they are billionaires, they are something. So they own these companies, something, but their people has more suffering. Actually, who has special wisdom, they who know the future life, the homeless is better than them. They see that because homeless person is a future, they're not going to reborn to the hungry ghost. Maybe they're going to they purify their karma. Maybe they're going to like better life future. So this like who has strong desires, they're going to reborn to the hungry ghost. Temporarily looks big different, but long way is become big different. So that's kind of, you know, like the practitioners who has like thinking about the future life, who knows karma cause and effect, their thing is totally different. So that's the reason we cannot attach in this life and also future life. That's the reason in these two meditations. The first one is precious human body, and impermanent is that meditation is not attached to in this life. Karma cause and effect, defect of samsara is not attached to future life. So then what is, we are not attached to this life, we are not attached to future life, then what is our goal? Goal is liberation. Okay? This life, future life is a samsara. Samsara is already we talked. This four noble truths, samsara result is suffering. So we want free from suffering, right? We don't want to stuck in the suffering. That's why we practice this four thought meditation. So now, in order to practice the path, we must turn away from attachment to this life. We must turn our minds away from worldly concerns towards the unchanging supreme happiness of liberation and enlightenment. So now here talking about we must turn our minds away from worldly sense towards the unchanging supreme happiness of liberation. Okay, so this is the word is very profound. And also you have to understanding depending individual level situations. So always Buddha, he give suggestion is don't go to two extremes. Sometimes people read this kind of teachings, then they give up all this worldly activity, go to the spiritual. I told you already, like couple months, couple years, then go back to again samsara. So that means like because that person is not ready to give up everything. So you have to follow by your practice level, your inner level, your mental level. Yeah. So you practice, meditate this more, and then you are less attached to this object, samsaric activities. Then you can give up easy. But you are strongly attached to the samsaric things. Your mind is attached to samsaric things. You see this kind of teachings, then say, okay, this is a problem, I'm going to give up. So that's too early. Need patience. That time is meditate. We have to meditate. So follow by individual level. Buddha said, beginners don't act same as the practitioners. Practitioners don't act same as the yogis. Yogis don't act same as the siddhas. Siddhas don't act as same as Buddha. So that is all has different levels. Okay. So we have examples. Tiger can jump very far away. If monkeys jump like that, follow the tiger, monkey can fall into the, falling into the clubs to die. So that means like follow by individual level. Okay, so that's the reason here we must turn our mind away from the worldly. Of course, worldly. Turn means worldly. Sometimes people misunderstand and give up object. That's also sometimes wrong. Worldly means like less attached, less desire to worldly. You have to recognize you can have your house, you can have your family, but avert, more mindful, and recognize, wisdom recognize everything is impermanent, everything is changing, everything is temporary. So then you recognize this samsara is only temporary we need, but this is or is impermanent. Recognize that, become less attachment, less desire. Then that is then your mind is become towards the unchanging supreme happiness of liberation and enlightenment. Okay, so we don't contemplate the four thoughts just to become depressed about the suffering of samsara, but so our disengagement with the cyclic existence inspire a longing for liberation and enlightenment. So sometimes we share these four thought meditations. People say, oh, I cannot learn this because I get depressions. And I don't want to hear impermanent. I don't want to hear suffering. I don't want to hear this, give up this attachment. I don't want to hear this, give up desire things. I like music. I like see beautiful things. I like to drive beautiful cars. I like to have good things. This kind of, some people say, I don't want to hear these things. So that is actually ignorance. That is actually obstacles. So you can have these things, but if you know the how to meditate, four thoughts meditation, then you can use perfectly right direction. If you don't know four thoughts meditation, this whatever you have, that is always become causes of suffering. Yeah. So one thing. Secondly, if you don't know how to meditate four thoughts, then you have sadness, you have depressions, you can suicide yourself, you have loneliness, you have all this suffering, many things suffering, some suffering based on the attachment, lots suffering come from. Why this suffering? Because the reason is you don't know how to meditate four thoughts. Make sense? See, that is the totally different. People think I don't want to have these four thoughts because I get depression. Actually, four thoughts meditation is antidote to depression. Four thoughts meditation is medicine for the sadness, medicine for the unhappiness. But people say, I don't want to hear this because otherwise no, I'm not happy. See, people who sick, they say, I don't want to eat medicine. Because the reason is the taste is bad. So then they're going to die. The taste is not that bad compared to your suffering of this illness, compared to of the death, right? So this four thought meditation is the word is a little bit harsh, kind of so directly telling our problems. People don't want to hear our problem. People always want the good words and the press and it's something good, like people say good words, qualities. Even you say, oh, say, you don't have a healthy, then people say, oh, you are healthy, like that kind of, then they're happy, right? Somebody say, oh, you lost no healthy, you have to see a doctor, then doesn't like that words, right? See, even looks like no healthy, then someone says, oh, you look very good, look great, you are healthy, then they're very happy, which is really helpful. Some people say, oh, you are healthy, you are good, even you are not healthy, that doesn't help really. Then you hear that, you think you are healthy, you are good, you get sick more and you get more problem. Somebody say, oh, you looks like not good, healthy, you sick, and you go to see doctor, that is better, right? But people don't want to hear that one. So four thoughts meditation is kind of like that word. That's why people doesn't want to hear. Okay. So actually it's medicine, four thoughts. Good medicine. So now, the first of the four thoughts is to contemplate the pressures of a human birth with the four what is it? The complement of leisures and adornments. So now we have to, these four thoughts means first one, precious human body meditation. So you meditate precious human body meditation, then actually naturally release our sadness and also antidote to depressions, unhappy feelings. The reason is to see where this unhappy feeling, sadness come from, because it's attachment and jealousy. Many things due to jealousy. So think about the jealousy. It's where is we comparing, looking to someone has like a better opportunity for us. We see that, then we think, oh, I don't have that. Then become jealousy and also attachment, and then your mind is not happy, and then that has become more strong. It becomes anger. So it's like kind of a wrong perception, wrong looking, analyze is wrong direction. So that's why it's all this emotion arise. that when emotion comes, then the emotion is the negative feeling. So when is emotion is our mind, negative feeling is our mind, then our mind is not happy. The happiness is a positive feeling, see? So when negative feeling comes, we don't have positive feeling, happiness feeling. So that's the reason where is this negative feeling come from, because due to jealousy. And jealousy creates attachment and anger. So no, this four thoughts meditation is change that perception. You know, not change our situation, but change our whole view and the perception change. Change the perceptions, our view, then positive feeling comes. When positive feeling comes, you are happy and joy. So that's the reason, see, when you meditate this precious human body, and we analyze direction is different. So we have to think about right now, we have this human being's body. So we have also unhappy, sadness. We have some, kind of like, sometimes we have a strong like emotion comes, desire things like strong emotion. So then that lead to so many ways become we are get negative feeling, like kind of unhappy, sadness always come from, right? So that times we looking is with different ways. We don't recognize this precious human body. We see that someone has more opportunity than us. Or this person's business is successful. Or these people has good house. These people has good family. Then this worldly people has these things and looking for other human beings what they has. So then we don't have. So we are get this all the sadness and the suffering. So this precious human body meditations change it to the perception and analyzes the different directions. We recognize ourselves. Oh, I get this human being's body. Then of course we see right now is in this here in our group is a thing about Canada and the United States. So Canada, US is like democracy country and the freedom country, and or compared to many things other countries better opportunities. So we have to recognize that. Usually we don't recognize that. Then if you recognize that, you're also happy, feel happy. We look to the other country's problems. See, think about like kind of Syria and then so much violence and people die every day due to this because of violence, war, and then it's that hunger, thirsty, no food enough. Africa, like so many countries, then the no enough food is other country, no freedoms. So that's you recognize all these world situations, come back to on yourself. You think about yourself. Oh, I have a house to stay. Or long as I just follow the government, like if I not break the law and the rules, so no one come to get me. So that's also a good opportunity. And so as long as we have money, we can go to the grocery, can get food. They all is there. Some country no groceries. Many places no grocery. Some places like you have to grow your own food. You don't grow your own food. No anything to buy. Some place even you have a grocery, you don't have money to buy. So some countries like groceries, no same is like United States and Canada, like that kind of grocery. Whatever you wanted to buy is in there. It's everything is limited. So that's kind of thing about and become your mind is like you have like something sad and unhappy feelings. The reason is because you don't recognize yourself. So you recognize yourself opportunities. Then that is like also just very basic thinking, you know, like kind of gross level, like thinking about samsara. Then we go more deeper way, low to all these animal beings. The animal has so many different kinds. So they are more suffering than human beings. The biggest the suffering is that they eat each other, then don't have any protections. They don't know when they die. Everything's uncertain. So many causes of death. They have so much suffering than compared to human beings. So we think about that. We are free from that state. It's become we are lucky. If we are reborn to the animals, we start some animals' life is like 100 years. See, we are free from that. You know, some animals like stay only one day. Whole life is only one day. So we are free from that kind of, you know, so many diversities animal realms. So many animals. Human is not so many compared to animals. So that's why we are free from that state. We think that cultivate and meditate. So I told you the 100 days meditation is cultivating this kind of situation. So sometimes the practicing like you know meditate and pick up one animal specific and just doing these actings, thinkings, you know, kind of like cultivate doing these things, actions, then they recognize it, they are suffering. So I say, okay, this cow is suffering, but oh yeah, cow is suffering. We think that, but then that actually not really going into your mind strongly. The when we practice this 4 thoughts of meditation long way, then some people thinking about cow or cow only like one way, thinking about only cow. Then they're saying words is like, oh, cows, like thinking about eating the grass, thinking about their suffering, what they have. Only cultivate that, then they really recognize their suffering. Then they really want free from cow's life, okay? So then when they see the cows comes very strong compassion to them. So that kind of way they practice, you know, cultivate and meditate these sections. Okay, so in our case, we cannot do that way, so take too long. But at least you have to think every morning, precious human body. Oh, I have good these conditions. You know, I have good opportunity. So you cultivate yourself, comparing to who don't have these opportunities. Then you feel it's become happy, joy. Okay. So then you also sometimes think about, oh, I'm free from precedent suffering. Precedent is the biggest suffering. What I think, you know, but people don't think that way. Because the mind is like, you think about, I'm precedent, like 1 hour think about it. What they have to do, think the job, so big responsibility. Then so many people against. So many people, of course, follow you, and so many people against, right? So you have to think about that. You are representing all this who follow you, who against you. You have to fight with this all who against you. So 1 minute they don't have peaceful mind. I don't think so. Then so many problems every day dealing with so many problems. So you watch news like finish one another problem, then finish that another problems, endless problems. So you're dealing with that kind, you know. It's that person is even 1 minute not peaceful. Okay, so that's you think, then comes compassion to that people, you know. So think that way, you know, cultivate precious human body means not only human body, you have opportunity to practice Dharma. If you get president, no opportunity to practice Dharma. That's also actually part of one of endowment here. You know, if you have this book in the page 21 bottom, the leisures and the leisures are not being born as hair beings, not being born the president, not being born to the you hold to say this in the Congress. What is the first one is speaker. You know, not reborn born to the speaker house, not reborn to the president. Okay, not reborn to the judges. The judges make mistakes. They don't have clairvoyance. They do big mistakes. You know, they have the people's life in their hand. You know, they send the people in the whole life in the prison. They send the people in the jail. If they due to the ignorance, the karma is to create so much. I'm going to put it like no born to the lawyers because they are liars. You know, no born to the born to the born to the judge because they don't have any clairvoyance. They don't have wisdoms. Okay, see, these people create so much karma. Okay, so that's the reasons. So that kind of we have to think about free from that. Who are have that kind of possessions? We have compassion to them, not anger to them. Okay, the possessions are very hard, difficult. Right? You see that. So even we are reborn human beings, you know this. We have to pray for no reborn to like that kind of life. Okay. So then this is like actually here is like eight leisures, eight domains in this book has. So this is talking about like future, no future like before during the Buddha time, just generally put that time. It's right now we think about this all the president, speakers, judge, lawyers. So this all is like kind of a part of this life. Okay, so you are reborn that kind of in their life, no opportunity to practice Dharma. So your mind is every day thinking about what I'm going to do these things. These problems, so many problems. Then you are attached to one side, you hit it to the other side, you know. Your mind is become heated attachment based on this two, no choice. This all politician is like that, you know. Then of course jealousy is all there, ignorance is there, far afflictive emotions in their people. So we wish free from that state. Don't think about free from homeless is easy. You know, homeless they don't create a karma. Actually, maybe some homeless has a more peaceful mind the president. Sometimes homeless people has more peaceful and their joy, you know. It's also dependent homeless because due to some is like mental affected, you know. It's not all homeless is the same, no same. It's depending the situation and their different individual level. Some homeless is kind of the same as the yogis, you know, there's no attachment, no desire to this whole world. Then they're just whatever get, they're happy and satisfied. The problems they don't know how to meditate, how to practice Dharma. If they really knows how to meditate, practice Dharma, then they can become has really good, you know, program for them to go to right direction. Very easy to suit for them. But presidents, their obscuration is so strong, no possible to introduce Dharma due to their attachment, desire, So you have attachment, desire, you have to heat it because this two is related to each other because you have right hand, you have left. You know, no choice. So you are attached to your party. You are attached to your side. Then you have heated to the other side. Make sense? So we are free from that. We have precious human body. Means we can come together. We can do these things, practice together, you know, meditate. No much time. So we have to cultivate precious human body every morning, okay? Then this precious human body, you recognize when you have sadness feeling, unhappy feelings, you have to cultivate precious human body. And then this, after that, we have to meditate impermanent. The reason is sometimes people think, oh, I have precious human body, then they think, get courage or like kind of pride. They think, oh, I have precious human body. Oh, I'm free from this lower realms. No, I'm happy. I'm precious human body. So go to the ego again. That's the reason we have to meditate impermanent. This precious human body is very difficult to get. Very easy to gone. See, this virus is good example for impermanent. See, one virus comes in the world, is so many people, life is gone. Everything is changed, whole world. Business is gone, you know. And people everything's changed and die. Everything is like changed because if one family get virus, one person's get virus, you cannot be with them, you don't want to talk with them, you don't want to go with them. It's already different, right? It's like this, not more your family already because you don't want to be with them. See? Then when they die, you don't want to touch the body, they throw the body, see garbage, put in the garbage bay and throw away in the channel. We can see these things happening. So that is impermanent. Everything is a change. Whatever we think right now is not there. It's not there. It's conditions change everything. So loved ones, right now our loved ones, is temporary conditions that our loved ones is something object is like attachment object because it's temporary conditions attachment object. So the condition change, everything is change. See, this virus affected, and then someone died, even your family, you don't want to touch, you don't want to go, you want to be there. You know, there's all conditions change. Then become not you're attached to that. Because see, the one condition change, you are not attached to that. You are not allowed to that. One become right way. So you wanted to get rid of that. See, this is all is temporarily thing. Everything is temporary. We recognize. So that's the reason our life is also temporary. And this everything is temporary. Everything is impermanent. Nothing is permanent. It's always source of happiness. So we have to cultivate impermanent meditation. It's become really recognize whole samsaric situations. So then you really want to put effort to practice Dharma. The reason is we know we're going to die. So what is going to benefit? Only Dharma practice is going to benefit. No any other things going to benefit us, right? When we die. So that's the reason we have to cultivate impermanent meditation. So these two things comes together, then not attached to desire to in this life. So you don't have to give up everything, but no strongly desire attached to this life. Then your mind become peace and release attachment. Your mind release attachment. Your mind is free from suffering. Okay, especially when we die, we cannot have attached to something object. Otherwise, our minds cannot liberate. So that's the reason we have to meditate impermanent often and often. Then when we die, we are not attached to our family. We recognize attachment is problem. So we see, recognize this, everything is temporary. Everything is just uncertain, changing. So that's really helpful usually. Sometimes we have unhappy feeling, sadness, just cultivate impermanent. Oh yeah, it's nothing there. Can't go away this body. Why is can't go away? This just something conditions, unhappy condition. This condition is easily give up, then your happiness is not lost. So we cultivate impermanent. It's thinking about this life is going to die. Then some causes of some unhappiness, easy to go away. That's why the unhappiness is easily can release. So it's practice impermanence, very important. Meditate impermanent. Then after that, meditate impermanent, meditate the precious human body. Oh, then going to happen a good something future life, attached to future life. That's the reason we have to meditate cause and effect and the defect of samsara. So now we have to think about karma cause and effect. Karma cause and effect meditation. So all these diversity sentient beings. Where is this diverse sentient beings come from? The reason is because all diversity beings is come from is karma, due to karma, individual karma. Cause is karma. That's why all diversity sentient beings. No one created this diversity beings because this karma create all these diversity sentient beings. We create so many different kind of diversity karma. That's the result is diversity sentient beings. So no, right now our happy is also we create a good karma previous life. Whatever comes suffering, sadness also due to our previous life karma. It's happening in this life. So now we want to, purify karma and get rid of the karma, negative karma. The reason is all this suffering, where it come from, because it's due to karma. Negative karma result is naturally suffering. Positive karma is naturally result is happiness. So that is no one created. We are our own create, our own karma. So that's the reason we can change our karma. So we have to know the karma and we have to get rid of negative karma. The practice virtuous deeds, meditation, practice dharma, naturally purify negative karma. Naturally purify negative karma, naturally get happiness. So this karma cause and effect is a natural law of phenomena. No one created that, just we create our own karma. That's why it's all natural law of phenomena. Means it's like happiness is where it's come from because it's due to good karma. Its result is natural happiness. Negative actions naturally result is suffering. That no one can change that. So you can purify result is happening before. That means like we have no virtuous karma in previous life, in this life. The result is happening maybe future life or end of life. Before the result is happening, we can purify that karma. We can get rid of the karma, or we can go to the pure Buddha Amitabha pure lane. So no bad karma's conditions. So we get rid of the conditions. So that then the karma is cannot happening, Then you can get good condition. You can get rid of all the bad karma. Example, when we die, we get in the Buddha Amitabha pure lane. Even we have no virtuous deeds, we get Buddha Amitabha pure lane. Then no cannot happening this non-virtuous karma deeds because no condition. And when we get Buddha Amitabha pure lane, then we can get rid of other karmas, purify very easily there. Yeah, so then easy to become enlightenment. So that's follow the karma cause and effect, meditation. Then after that, defect of samsara. So we have to cultivate defect of samsara. All these beings come from is the karma. Then who is the controlled by karma is samsara, stuck in samsara, suffering in samsara. So that's the reason future life also, if we stuck in the samsara and we are suffering. That's the reason we have to know, doesn't matter where we are reborn. This whole samsara, like 6 realms, is suffering. No one free from suffering. So we have to think about this all samsara, like human beings. Right now we have like bigger suffering, like birth suffering, old age suffering, sickness suffering, death suffering. So that is a pervasive all human beings, right? And then also, of course, we have every day dealing with different our situations, suffering, problems. So this major, like these 5 major sufferings of every human being, no one free from that. And then the higher realms, extremely heat and cold. Hungry gods is extremely hungry, is thirsty. And animals they eat karma due to eat each other. And that kind of suffering, it's this samsaric 6 realms, wherever we are reborn, is no choice. So no one has permanent happiness. Everyone is stuck in the suffering. So that's the reason we think about, okay, if future life we will reborn to the human being, oh, no good, because even our reborn human beings still have suffering. Okay, if I wanted to born the God's realm, no, God's realm also suffering because the old age and death suffering. So when God is come down to the lower realms, if we get that level and going to the lower realms. So anyway, they are not free from suffering. Or God going to reborn to jealousy gods? No, they're also due to mental jealousy suffering. So then other realms everywhere is suffering. So no, we are not attached to future life. These 6 realms, where it come from? Because it's due to karma. The negative deeds karma. So that's why we have to follow positive, right? Virtuous deeds. And we're not attached to future life too. So that's meditation is called 4 thoughts meditation. It's short. First part is like just introductions. I read like in the book. And then we don't have time to go each sections, the more detail because it's very long. That's all your homework. You have to promise read the whole thing, okay? And this the karma cause, and this all these 4 thoughts meditations. Then you have any questions, you can ask questions. So could be you have asked question like last week for noble truth because you already have teaching, you already read. So now you have any questions, we can follow the question and answer. So my teaching is finished there. Thank you. Okay, so thanks very much, everyone. Do you have any questions?
Nope, no questions here, Khenpo. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
great. Okay, so do you have any questions?
No,
Martha, do you have questions? Artie, you have questions? Devo, Taylor, do you have questions? Debbie, Jackson?
I have
Mary,
questions after I read the book.
Okay, so that's good. When you read the book, finish, then ask me question, okay?
Okay.
Right.
Yes. So you don't have anyone, don't have questions? I'm going to chant the dedication. Close eyes. So we chant, I'm going to chant the Buddha Amitabha short prayer. It's reborn the Devachin. So we pray for all these people who died in the affected waters. Pray for, focus with them and include all the sentient beings. Emma Gonzara Sanje Nawan Daye Daye Sejovo Tuje Jembo Dang Yonde Zemban de Jendo Nama Sanje Sansen Bamin Kojigo Deje Gonzara Bade Mebaye Dewa Jinje Save Jengande Sende Nan Zembu Jirmada Jewa Jinje Barma Jubar Tere Jine Nande Yangdong Yo Dege Dage Molanda Bandi Soje Sanje Sansen Danje Je Keme Jabar Zinje La Ya da ben zan ya awa bode na yezu ai suna de dan zebanye donan yembe dana banze yiga nanje balan jubaye seben zolen jowa jowa. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next week. Don't forget.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Next week, please which is the topic Marilyn send it to everyone. Then everyone knows which topic is coming. So this teaching is like you can not same as before. You know, each section is different. Yeah. So that's the reason people can join each section, so not missing any part.
Okay.
So that's the reason we have to let them know. Sometimes the people think, oh, this is like long teaching, so I didn't went to last week, so I cannot join, that kind of thinking.
Okay.
So that's the reason we send information for everyone. Every week is different topics.
Okay. Thank you. Good idea.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank
You can
Thank
have
you,
a good
Khenpo.
night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, Debbie.
Night,
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Owner, I saw you in there somewhere.
I say